Who needs meta with a March 2012 ban list deck profile on Tour Guide Inzektors. Let's just get right to the deck, talking stupid. 3 Tour Guide from the Underworld, a Tour Bus, and a Sangan. I like Tour Bus in the deck. I think it works really well because you can recycle the Tour Guide. It plays really well. The only downside is obviously drawing into it and get your pretty standard stuff. For your Inzektor engine, Dragonfly, 3 Centipede, 3 Hornet, and then your lone Giga-Mantis. Nothing too surprising there. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. If you're playing Darks, you play Dark Arm. There's a lot of different ways you can manipulate to get him out. You can equip all your Inzektors with any Inzektor from your grave. Doesn't matter. So if you got like 4 in there and you got a Centipede sitting out, equip it with a Dragonfly. Who cares? And then you can drop your Dark Arm. 1 Armageddon Knight for manipulating the grave, putting a Hornet in there. You need to get your Hornets in the grave. Hopefully when Gruff comes out, obviously that Inzektor Gruff looks awesome. 2 Birdman. 1 of these will be a Max C because synchroing apparently sucks this format, aka Konami sucks this format. I don't like the ban list. So 1 will be a Max C. 1 Breaker because I like spell and trap removal, and plus you can pop your own Giga-Mantis to get your special summons off, which is nice. And the 2 hand traps I do have, 2 Valor. I do like the 2 Valor. 1 Allure for draw, run the spells. 1 Allure for draw. 1 Foolish to manipulate grave for Dark Armed and put Hornet in the grave. 1 Mind Control because you exceed a lot, and then steal their tuners and go for game and stuff. And 1 Avarice to recycle either starting with the Inzektor engine, like a couple of Dragonfly and Centipedes, keep the Hornets in the grave, or recycle the entire Tour Guide engine, or put some Exceeds back in air, stuff back in your extra deck. Then your staples, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Book of Moon. And only 2 MST. I see a lot of builds playing 3. I don't like 3. 3's too cloggy. On to traps. 2 Call the Haunted. I wanted to bring this up to 3 because I wanted to abuse Konami, but 3 didn't work out too well. But I did bump it to 2 Torrential. 2 Torrential is awesome. Again, Konami sucks. 1 Prison. I'm gonna change this out for Fiendish Chain. I'm bidding on Fiendish Chains on eBay, so it'll be Fiendish Chain. I'll see a lot of builds playing 2 or 3. I don't have the room. 1 Solemn Judgment, and then 2 Solemn Warnings. Pretty standard stuff. On to the extra deck. 1 Zenmaines, because Zenmaines is broken, and it is really good. I don't know when they're necessary at 2. The only reason I own this card is extremely bent, and I got it in a really ridiculously good trade for a Tour Bus, a Rat, and an Ultra Arcus. And I ended up with a Zenmaines, no complaints. 1 Leviair, get stuff that's banished through D-Prisons, through your Dark Arm, just natural stuff, just special summon it back. And Birdman, bring Birdman back when you use its effect. 2 Levy Dragons. I kind of want to bring this up to 3, but every single time I get a 3rd one, I just sell it off on eBay. Yeah, I have zero trades. I sell everything, so you never see a trade binder on this channel. And then 1 Giga Brilliant. I remember when I pulled this, it was like $2, and now it's like up to like 9 or 10. I was like, alright, that's cool. And 1 Roach. I like Roach better than Utopia because I like being more defensive. I like to get more defensive. But when Gruff comes out, definitely taking out Synchros and putting in maybe even 2 Utopias and a Tyrius. I probably won't even play a single Synchro monster once Gruff comes out. 1 Armory Arm for 4s. 5, 1 Catastor. I don't see a lot of decks playing this, but you really need to. 1 Gaia Knight. The thing that hurts your deck the most is Stardust. Like, you can't use Hornet with Stardust out there. I mean, you can send it to Grave, and its effect won't activate, but you still get the activation with the Dragonfly, the Centipede, but you don't get the destruction effect. So Gaia Knight really helps you out. 1 Brio, because it's Brio. It's pretty standard. And Underground Arachnid, because that card is awesome in this deck. Works really well. 1 Black Rose. It's pretty standard. 1 Stardust. 1 Mistworm. I got this one, it was like $8, and now it's up to 20, 25. I think that's pretty funny. And then the last card, Locomotion or Genex. If you have any Inzektor equipped with another Inzektor, this goes up to 6, and it's one Genex tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. So, one around turn your dark monsters. So it works really well with the decks. You can just equip one with the other, and then you get your 9. Alright, and onto the side. Third Veiler for the awesome wind-up loop that everyone seems to enjoy so much. Oh wait, it sucks because Konami sucks. 1D Crow, to, again, mirror match. Also for the mirror match, 2 Kaikus, but also for Lightsworns. This works really well against Lightsworns. Get all that stuff out of the grave so they can't drop the Judgment Dragon. It really hinders them a lot. Thunder King, because it's Thunder King. I only play 1 because it conflicts with Centipede. But yeah, it also hurts a lot of decks, stop special, stuff like that. Another Breaker, because again, I like spell and trap removal, and in case you need to do that, I like Breaker over MSTs. And then 1 Gremlin, because it works really well against certain decks. 2 Smashing for the Dino Rabbit matchup, because Dino Rabbit is really, really ridiculously good. Yes, the 3rd MST, burn deck, stuff like that. Anything you need to get rid of. 1 Compulse for anything that's very Synchro and or Exceed heavy. Not quite Synchro heavy stuff, but Exceed heavy stuff. D-Prison, 2nd D-Prison for Swarm heavy, like 6 SAMs. 1 Bottomless for decks that the Bottomless would actually work against, like the Dino Rabbit matchup. And then 2 Gozen match for Wind-Ups and Gladiator Beast, because everything you play is dark except Veiler. So, that's about it. Alright, hope you enjoyed the deck.